What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck. This is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Sunday, August 14th, 2022, and this is my AMC, GME, and SPY Algo exposed weekly update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. As always, I hope y'all had a great week in the market last week. It's been that long since we've seen each other, so I hope in that time you were able to take advantage of the volatility and make some extreme gains for yourselves. I'm going to go over all my regulars, my snake algo method for all three tickers, and some macro comparatives. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Thank you all for the well wishes, for all the love and the support, all the prayers for a speedy recovery. Thank you all very, very much. Keep them coming, as I am not out of the woods yet. I am still testing positive, and I still feel like a bucket of shit. I get these little waves of feeling okay, almost like one step forward and then two steps back. I do have some underlying health issues and concerns that a lot of y'all are aware of. Hoping for all of those to stay at bay for the time being until I can get through this thing. I have not fully turned the corner yet. I'm having a little bit of a wave of feeling okay right now for the last hour. So I thought, let me try and get an update and prep video out to you all and say hello. I wanted to thank you all for everything. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate hearing from all of y'all, and to let you know to keep them coming. I do need them. I definitely want to turn the corner this week on this thing. I'm only 1 week in as of today, so hopefully in the next few days I can turn that corner and start feeling better with any kind of luck at all. So still battling that out, and not going to make any promises moving forward into this week as far as videos or live streams or anything like that. I'm just going to approach it one day at a time, play it by ear, and see how it goes. I will keep you guys and gals up to date. And obviously you'll know if I have a video that I come out with, and I'll let you know if I'm feeling better and going to be able to resume normal operations. And as soon as I can do so, I will. You best believe that. So, all right, real quick, while I'm still feeling all right, let's go ahead and dig into these charts real quick and show you what it is that I am looking at going into this week for AMC, GME, and SPY. First up is AMC. AMC finished today on Friday down 4.01%. Then it was down an additional 1.06% in after hours, ending the week trading at 24.18. The current intra-week snakes, you have not seen these. Here they are. The green is the day of, the red is the day prior to, where we finished and diverted to the upside away from the previous intra-week snake that projected the whole way up to where we were at around that $27 level, and then the pullback, and then we diverted away from it, and that is where they were both clipped. So here they are since placement. Both of them have fulfilled 3 days worth of their projections, and you can see the day of and what the projection would be moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Bear with my stumbling and bumbling. I am not even close to being 100% here. Here is the day prior to, and its position with the 3-day fulfillment, and you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. There's both of them. You can see it does look like there's a diverting point from the two of them coming up what appears to be tomorrow afternoon. So we'll see if we get any kind of definitive direction as of tomorrow afternoon, or potentially Tuesday is what I'm thinking should have a definitive direction away from one of these, and hopefully with one of these. So that's everything that I am looking at from an intra-week snake perspective on AMC. Then the macro comparatives, as you know, I've used both the double bottom right next door here and the giant W prior to the June run up over here. What's on the screen in red is the previous double bottom I've used this in both the straight up and the mirrored position. This is the straight up position. And in this position, putting the peak on the second peak that we have here, we have a, double top at around the $26.50 to $27 area here. Putting that on that second top would imply that that first top was an invert mirrored fulfillment of this downside to the upside, then a convergence back with the macro comparative. If that were the case, you can see what the projection would be moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. The only other way to look at this would be to put that first peak on the first peak. And if that were the case, you can see how we fulfilled that, and then where we bounced off of there and went back upside, diverting away from it, essentially what appears to be mirroring this downside projection in an upside manner. So the only way to view that would be to mirror the macro comparative and pull it in here in that mirrored position. And if that were the case, this is what it would look like. And you can see where it fulfilled that projection and what it looks like as a projection moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in that mirrored position. Then the previous, I guess, pre-June run-up macro comparative is right here. And I can only see two potential ways right now that this makes any sense. Obviously, the double top right here. That lines us up with our bottom, and the previous fulfillment, one giant invert mirroring throughout it there prior to it fulfilling in the straight up position. And if that were the case, you can see what the projection would be moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. The only other alternative placement of this that I can see making any kind of relevant sense would be to pull this the whole way out here. Obviously, that would extend this into a larger double-double in an ascending manner prior to the actual giant move to the upside or the replicated June run-up over here. That would extend that quite a ways out. And if that were the position of it, you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. And that is everything that I'm looking at with AMC. Up next is GME. GME finished the day on Friday up 3.27%, then down 0.49% in after hours, ending the week trading at 40.54. The current intra-week snake is what's on your screen now. You can see where it had previously fulfilled its projection and is continuing to do so. You can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then the macro comparative is from the previous double bottom right next door here. And I've used this in two ways, both the straight up and the mirrored. The straight up is like this, and this was the level changed bottom here that we got the fulfillment out of weeks ago when I recognized that fulfilling itself in that manner, candle for candle. You can see where we are currently at now and that we diverted back downside away from the continued upside projection, therefore potentially mirroring itself in that way. So if it were to continue to fulfill in this position, obviously it would take a hard upside move to converge back with it, or it needs viewed in the mirrored position. And in the mirrored position, you can see where it has now fulfilled and what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if it were to continue to fulfill it in this mirrored position. And that is everything that I am looking at with GME. Excuse me. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished today, Friday, up 1.69%. And then up an additional 0.02% in after hours, trading at 427.19. The current intra-week snakes are the green the day of, the red the day prior to. Now, the day prior to has been used in both the straight up and the mirrored position. Previously, this was its mirrored position and fulfillment. After we fulfilled the beginning of it in the straight up position, we went mirrored and continued fulfillment until we diverted away from the downside projection in an upside manner. And you can see it's obvious that it's fulfilling this projection in an upside manner, almost candle for candle. Therefore, it needs to be back in its straight up position and moved up here. Right there. And if that was the case, you can see the fulfillment of it to the upside, and you can see what the projection is from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond to its expiry if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then the day of divergence, there are a couple different ways of looking at this one. Here is, it has only been viewed in the straight up position. So in its straight up position, you can see where it has continuously fulfilled throughout until right there, until right here. Obviously, instead of upside price action and fulfillment in that manner, it stayed downside, therefore mirroring that projection to the upside down here, and then we continued upside from there. So a couple different ways of interpreting that, one of which would be that and it being mirrored, and it would need to be mirrored and looked at in that manner. So if that were the case, here is the positioning of it mirrored for the first time and the fulfillment of that after the first initial invert mirroring portion, and you can see what the projection would be from it moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then the second way of looking at it would be something as simple as this. And you can see, obviously, we are continuing to fulfill, and what that projection would be moving forward into tomorrow and beyond if price action were to continue to fulfill it in its straight up position. So those are the two alternative positions that I'm looking at with the intraweek snakes, along with their OG positions moving forward into tomorrow and beyond. Then the macro comparative, the 08-09 correction and crash is what I have here. I showed you this last week in the weekly update and prep after I had reevaluated the positioning of this. This felt relevant to me. So once again, we will review that. And here it is. Last week, it continued to fulfill that projection as it was shown in the video last week, and you can see now moving forward into tomorrow and beyond what the projection from it would be if price action were to continue to fulfill it in this position. And that, my friends, my family, is everything that I am looking at with AMC, GME, and SPY moving into tomorrow and beyond. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you all very much. No promises as to when I will get another update and prep video out. I'm going to play it by ear and hopefully get feeling better here. As soon as I am feeling up to it, though, I will get one out to you all, and we will get this thing back to normal operations. Keep the prayers, the good thoughts, the good vibes coming. I definitely need them to pull through this thing, and has been absolutely kicking my ass. So I greatly would appreciate that as well moving forward. So take care, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Later.